Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78. Just wanted to do a quick video about some stuff. Not really a life update, not really a video review, just, talking about some stuff. And first thing I wanted to talk about is a movie that we saw. Me and my girlfriend went to see Pacific Rim. I might have mentioned this before in some of my videos, but I'm a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. I love every single one of his movies. Even I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't like Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I actually like that one. Mimic, Chronos, any movie that has the name of Guillermo del Toro, even if he's just producing it, not directing or writing for it, I'll go watch it. And we went to see Pacific Rim in 3D, because mostly because it was the only showing that they had when we got to the theater, but we went to see that one. Also, I actually think that movie would have been awesome in 4D. I've only seen one movie in 4D, and that was Iron Man. But Pacific Rim, I bet, would have been really cool, because there's a lot of water and wind and motion effects. So that one would have been really awesome in 4D. But we went to see it in 3D. And it's about these monsters that escape from a rift in the Pacific, and they're called kaijus. So humanity's caught totally unprepared against these things, because they're Godzilla-sized monsters that are on a rampage. So the movie starts off with one of these kaijus coming out of the ocean, and then the military doing anything that they can to bring it down. And I think it took like 6 days for the thing to be brought down, and then another one pops up. So the whole world comes together and builds these Jaegers, which are giant mechs controlled by two pilots, and they bring the fight to the giant monsters. And the monsters keep evolving, and they keep getting more tough to take down, and they start to develop new weapons against the Jaegers. And basically humanity's like, okay, we can't keep funding this program, we're going to build a giant wall. And it turns out the wall's useless, and so the leader of the program brings the last four mechs together to try one last-ditch effort assault to stop and close the rift that's spewing out these monsters. But wow, the movie was amazing. The 3D on this movie was, I thought it was pretty mind-blowing how good the 3D was in this movie. And yeah, just really good special effects. The designs of the mechs, I love the movie because I grew up watching mech cartoons like Robotech or Messenger C, or heck, even the Power Rangers had giant mechs. And I grew up watching Godzilla movies and Gamora movies and just Ultraman. So just being able to relive that emotion on this movie was amazing. It was so well done. Everyone in it, the actors were really good in it. Again, mostly the effects on the monsters and the mech suits, I think, was the best thing about the movie, and the thing that I enjoyed the most out of it. It was really good, the way that they brought everything together to make this movie, because I freaking loved the movie. I know a lot of people, at least some people that I watch online, weren't thinking that this was going to be a good movie. I knew right off the bat that having Guillermo del Toro involved was going to make it good, and I'm glad he got back into doing something along the lines of action, because the last action-y movie he did was Hellboy 2, and after that he's been involved with a lot of horror movies, and Guillermo del Toro does great horror movies, but his two Hellboy movies were amazing. I love the two Hellboy movies, so to see him back doing an action movie and doing it so well, it was really cool. I would definitely recommend Pacific Rim if you grew up watching the shows that I mentioned, or if you just like a really good action-y robot versus monster movie. The movie's good. You're gonna love the movie. I was talking about it with some guys at work. They're around my age, so they've watched some of the same stuff that I watched, and the two guys that I have more in common with, both agreed Pacific Rim was an amazing movie. One of them said it was the best movie of the year, and it wasn't the most entertaining. Usually I find a flaw in a movie, and other than the ending, I didn't find that many flaws in the movie. I guess because I knew what I was expecting. I was expecting a giant mech versus monster movie, and that's exactly what I got, and it was so cool. So only the ending was kind of like, it's an awesome ending, but yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's the only thing that I had issues with. But it was just that one thing out of the whole thing that was really, really cool. So so happy that Guillermo del Toro got back into doing action movies. I hope he does a lot more action movies. I love Guillermo del Toro's directing. I love his style. I like the way he does the visuals on stuff. So yeah, if you have a chance to watch Pacific Rim, go watch it. If you can tolerate it, go watch it in 3D. And if you have a theater that has 4DX, I would recommend doing that, because I'm assuming that movie would look amazing in 4DX. In 3D it looked great, but in 4DX with all the water effects and the movement and everything, it probably blow my mind. So yeah, that's something I want to talk about. The other thing I wanted to talk about is kind of a touchy issue, and today Comic-Con starts. Yesterday was preview night, but today's the first official day of Comic-Con, and this will be the first year that I don't get to go. I could not buy the tickets on the first sale. I hit the link right on time, and it took a while to load, and when I finally got through, I was on the list behind 17,000 people, and after like 2 hours the thing just dropped, and I couldn't buy tickets. I was hopeful, because the same thing happened last year, that I could get tickets on the resale. When people cancel or they can't go for X reason, they return the tickets, so Comic-Con does a resale. And I got an email, and it said that I could participate on this thing, and I was like, cool, all you have to do is log in with your member ID, and you're in the drawing. Because it was going to be done randomly. If you were selected, you get an email, and you can get in. But after I logged in and I followed the steps, I got another email that said that the resale would only be available for residents of the United States, which was a bummer, because I'm not a resident of the United States. I live in Mexico and travel frequently to the U.S. and for shopping and to pick up my comic books and for Comic-Con, and that was a very, very depressing blow. That I saw a chance to get my tickets again, and that one went down the tube. But I'm really depressed that I'm not gonna get to go this year, because this year was Superman's 75th anniversary celebration. I was actually watching a video on YouTube just now, and they had all the Superman costumes on display in the DC booth. They had the Christopher Reeve costume, the dark Christopher Reeve's costume from Superman 3. They had the Smallville costumes, the one with the trench coat and the one with the jacket. They had the Superman Returns costume and the Man of Steel costume. So this is Superman's 75th anniversary, and even though I don't love him as much as Batman, Superman is the most iconic character next to Batman that there is. Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man are. You ask anyone on the street, show a picture of those guys, and anyone's going to know who they are. So, also The Simpsons. The Simpsons, I think, celebrate 25 years this year. So, Fox and Bongo Comics were also going to do big things for The Simpsons. So, yeah, I'm really, really bummed out that I'm not going to go to Comic-Con this year. I thought I had gotten to... I thought I had overcome that feeling, and that I wasn't gonna let it bum me down, because after that email I knew I didn't have a shot at going at Comic-Con. So I thought I was over it, but as all the little news are coming through Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that about all the stuff that's there, the Walking Dead was going to have a big event too. So yeah, it is very depressing that after 12 years I'm not going to go to Comic-Con, but thankfully this year I was blessed with a girlfriend that's great. My girlfriend is so amazing, and while I am really depressed about not going to Comic-Con, I can take comfort in knowing that I have a girlfriend that she's actually willing to go, to the events outside of Comic-Con. Not necessarily, you can't get into Comic-Con, but outside of the convention center, they have some displays. They're gonna have a Walking Dead thing in Petco Park, and around the hotels they also have some stuff to go watch. And she was willing to at least go to that with me, so I wouldn't feel so depressed about not actually attending Comic-Con. And also, there's going to be a 2-day event in August. It's going to be like a mini Comic-Con. That one I'm excited to go, even though I know it's going to be a lot more expensive than Comic-Con. If you can imagine that, it is going to be rather expensive because. Oddly enough, here in Mexico, they tend to jack up the prices. Think of the worst comic book store that you've ever been to, where a comic book that you would normally see for $1 costs $8, or a collectible that you would normally see for $20 costs like $100. That's kind of like the market that I have to deal with here in Mexico. They jack up the prices insanely. I mean, really, I don't know how they do that, but I'm excited about going to that again. Not being able to go to Comic-Con, because I've gone with my girlfriend to a whole bunch of anime conventions, but never specifically a comic book one. So they're going to do that for 2 days, August 3rd and the 4th, and there's going to be a beer fest. So we'll make my girlfriend, great person that she is willing to make up, that not going to Comic-Con with those 2 events. We're going to go to the beer fest and at least one of the days of that Mexican comic book convention. So yeah, that's the other thing that the big thing that I wanted to discuss. That this year you guys won't see any Comic-Con videos, no Comic-Con goodies. This year's Comic-Con bag was actually pretty awesome. I'm hoping I can find someone that's willing to resell it, because it had the Comic-Con always gives out these bags that I've shown in some other videos, and the one that I saw was the Batman from the 60s, and had like a little cape on the bag. So I thought that was pretty awesome. But so yeah, so no Comic-Con videos. I'll make a video of that Mexican convention. I'm hoping it's pretty awesome, and I'm really hoping that I can find some cheap books. But yeah, I apologize for that, guy. But I'm really sorry, guys, that I won't be able to do a Comic-Con video this year. But it's out of my hands. So yeah. That aside, Pacific Rim, great movie. Definitely watch it. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, no, the other thing I want to talk about. This is turning into a life update. I'm on vacation right now. I actually requested my vacations for the purpose of going out with my girlfriend, but also attending Comic-Con. I requested my vacations at the start of the year, and they were telling me that they weren't going to give them to me, and that it's July. It's a heavy workload month. 2 days ago, they told me that I was going to get the vacations, which I guess was another blow for me, because they gave me the vacation so I could go to Comic-Con, and I'm not going to go to Comic-Con. But so yeah, right now I'm on vacation, and that's why I'm going to go to to that Mexican Comic-Con. So I'm gonna take the chance to get together some stuff that I'm gonna sell. Things are going really well with my girlfriend, and I really want things to work out. There's a possibility that we are going to join together our stuff. So I have a lot of stuff that I've collected through the years, and some stuff that I have to sell. I do need to sell some magazines. I'm gonna keep my Club Nintendo magazines, but I'm gonna get rid of my Game Informer magazines. I also have a lot of action figures that I've collected, and again, some stuff that I've collected, which I'm gonna sell. There's a swap meet outside of my parents' home, so I'm gonna get a whole bunch of stuff together to sell that. Because number one, I need to get more money. I am cutting down on my expenses as much as I can, and I really want this to work. So I really want things to move forward with my girlfriend, and for that, you need money. You need money to do that. So I've already cut in comic books, but that's not really cutting it. So I might start selling. So I'm gonna sell some stuff, the smaller stuff that I know I'm not gonna get that much money on that swap meet, and then I'm gonna try to sell the bigger stuff, like the stuff that I've gotten at Comic-Con or comic book stores through eBay. I have something that I've already told my girlfriend there's no way that I can sell, because it's number one, it's stuff that I really like, and number two, it's stuff that I know that there's no way that I could get back. Like I bought a couple of years ago a zombie Captain America statue, and that thing's going for a good price. Also, I got last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember. I got the Kotobukiya Catwoman statue, and I was looking through eBay, and that's worth $800. So yeah, I don't think I'm selling that. But as much as I can sell, I'm gonna start selling, because I really want things to move forward with the relationship with my girlfriend. So yeah, that's a big step that I'm also taking. So, but I'm gonna take the vacation time to try to make more videos. I want to do some vault videos. As I'm cleaning stuff out to sell, I'll do. I want to do at least I want to finish that Superman comic book collection series that I did in honor of Superman's 75th anniversary. So expect that. Expect some more videos from me, more frequent videos, because I'm going to have a chance to record them and to actually publish them on YouTube, which is between work and my time with my girlfriend, I can't do that as often as I would like. But since I'm on vacation and she's on vacation too, I can upload more frequently. Also, I don't normally do this, or again, don't have a chance to do this, but with summer comes the summer backlog challenge, where you choose some games that you want to beat during the summer. Again, I've never had a chance to do this, but this year I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to beat 3 games. I'm gonna try to beat 3 games. First one I want to beat is The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. It's been 2 years. I've been waiting 2 years to get that game and play it. So now that I have it, I want to play it. I want to sit down and play that game. I really want to beat Skyward Sword. The second game that I want to beat, I'll think of the second game, but the third game that I want to beat is Pokemon. I bought Pokemon Platinum a couple of months ago, and I want to beat that because I want to see if I can get Pokemon, the other Pokemon game. XY is going to come out, but Black and White, I haven't bought those games, so I want to buy those. But I have to beat Platinum first. I want to beat Platinum first, so that's the third game. And I'm thinking what the other game might be. I might try to beat the Conduit, or I might, if my girlfriend's up to it, we might beat Lego Harry Potter, which we bought. I actually have that video recorded of collection pickups, and I have to actually publish that. But I wanted to do this one first, which is this video turned out to be a life update after all, which is the title that I'm going to use. So yeah, those are the 3 games that I'm Zelda, Pokemon, and some other game are the games that I'm going to try to beat for this summer backlog challenge. But yeah, that's the video. I'm running already on 20 minutes, so I hope I didn't bore you guys with my ramblings about stuff that I wanted to share with you. In conclusion, Pacific Rim, amazing movie. Guillermo del Toro does it again for me. So far, I have not seen a single Guillermo del Toro movie that I didn't enjoy, and I loved Pacific Rim. So Pacific Rim, if you want to score, I would give it a 9.9, just because of the ending, which is an awesome ending, but there's no way that someone can survive what happens in 2 seconds. That's all I'm going to say. But amazing movie. Pacific Rim, 9.9. The Comic-Con thing, apologize for not being able to do a video on that, but I'll post a video on the MC Comic-Con Expo. That's the name of the Mexican one. If I take the offer from my girlfriend and we can go on Saturday to the stuff outside of Comic-Con, we might, even though I know it's going to be kind of hard for me to be there, not go into the convention center, so that's up in the air. Lastly, Skyward Sword, Pokemon Platinum, and one other random game we think of, Backlog Challenge games that I'm going to try to beat. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this Vargas life update, as it turned out to be. Please leave a comment if you can. Thank you to anyone that watches, and stand to hear me talk for 22 minutes. But until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.